Thanks for joining into the SEN show on the Schmoedown Entertainment Network, produced in partnership with Skybound Entertainment.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.
Apparently, I brought the whole band with me today. Everybody's playing an instrument, and I didn't even know. We've got the tables, we've got the chest pounding, we got the whole thing on SEN Live this morning. Welcome back to the show on this Tuesday, July 6th. You know, the day in which everybody wants to off themselves because of the residual hangover. Winston Marshall, everybody. What's up, Winston?
I would just like to say, Ms. Striar, you look very sexy in that red lip today, and I don't know what to do with myself. America Day is over. Why are you making me feel so patriotic right now?
Listen, I will take it. I will take it. In no way was I fishing for that compliment before the show. In no way did I lose all of my confidence in the last 30 minutes. That just came out of nowhere, out of the blue. And, you know, sometimes you just got to be somebody who compliments people. So thanks, Winston. I appreciate you.
Anytime.
How are you feeling after your weekend?
Well, I'm feeling some type of way. A lot of people know that my car broke down last week, and it broke down again on the way out to Palm Springs, where we had 4th of July. So I'm about to cuss a mechanic out when the show is over. But, you know, I think the big thing that has got me nervous is everybody also knew I was very sick last week, and poor Kristian survived all the way through vacation and now is sick as a dog, man. So the tables have turned. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
The only good thing about that, this is a fucked up comment, but
Not at all.
The only good thing is, like, you know, when couples get sick together, that there's fucking. So, like, that's the good thing. So, congratulations.
But see, that's the problem. There won't be, because we didn't when I was sick,
No,
and now she's.
It's not that. I'm just saying, like, you know, have you ever seen couples and one of them gets sick and the other doesn't, and you're like, y'all don't share the same bed? Like, that's.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. We actually, I slept on the couch a lot last week. We took turns just because I'm a little bigger than the couch. Because vacation was coming and we didn't want her to like miss vacation if she caught it right as we got there.
Oh, yeah.
So it sounds like her body was like, I hears you, and held out until we got home and said, yo, fuck this shit, I'm out. It's been like this for the last few hours.
Damn. Well, I'm thinking about her. She'll be back to normal in no time. What's not normal, though, is that this is the first time that I am ever on this show with David Moore. He's been dodging me, but he couldn't dodge me anymore. But because you never get the Moore jokes, I'm sure. What's up, David?
What up? You're looking exquisite and ravishing today.
Thank you so much.
Your beauty pulled me in today. I thought perhaps no, but then I knew it was Miss Striar, so I am here to see you in your glory.
Thank you for being here, David. Oh, darling. So coming to us live from the car, it's one of those?
It's one of those days.
Yeah.
I thought my situation was going to be a little different, and it turned out to not be, and so here we are.
I do feel like the older in life we get, the more is what it is just like the only sentence to say.
Tim
it is what it
donated
is.
$20. NBA Finals begins today. Since we all here love Ace and Ace is a hometown Suns fan, we all are Suns fans rooting for their first title. Because we all love Ace and we all want Ace to be happy and experience championship gold. Let's go Suns.
No, that's not how sports work.
That's exactly how that works.
You don't just like one person and then root for their team because it's their team.
That's what happens if your team is out. What you gonna do then? You just gonna boo this? Do you have a family member that's on the Bucks or something? Like, why would you?
I don't
understand.
For the Bucks. This is the first time that I'm not watching the NBA Finals in my entire life.
Whoa!
Why? Whoa!
This is gonna be a good finals, Rox.
This is gonna be great. What are you? What?
So
I'm not well. I'm not well. What are y'all getting? I'm not well. Not me. I'm in a red fucking lip. She's out here trying to something. Good morning, Alex Marzoña. How you doing today?
Good morning. Hey, Rox, I've never seen you in life or, in virtual where you haven't looked good.
Oh,
Rox, you're looking really great today.
guys, I paid them a lot of money before the show.
The Venmo just
That's
came
true.
in.
That's true. I don't know why I'm still doing the show at this point since you paid me all that Skrilla. I should have just bounced, but
Yeah, that's true. $1,000 each just to say one nice thing about me. Malcolm, what's your one nice thing? It's taking too long. It's taking way too long. It's taking too long. Your $1,000 is returning to me on Venmo right about meow. Thank you. So, of course, because I'm here, we're going to do a stupid ass game today that's going to be really fucking fun. I saw that Winston was on here, and, I figured it was about time because we've been playing Am I Invited to the Cookout for like years now. So we're going to turn the tables a little bit and see, are you guys invited to the bar mitzvah? This is a very important game. Every $50 that comes through, I'll ask another question. Some of them I put you guys in the middle of the situation, and some of them I ask you straight up Jew questions. So we'll see how you guys do. It should be a fun one. And David is a professional, so he has a pen and paper right in his car. Yeah, that's honestly very helpful for this. You're going to need it because these are so wild ones. So get in your support. Thank you for being here. Also, I know that a lot of you guys have been asking about us on podcast. Alex, can you talk them through how to do that? Because I've been getting some tweets about how to find the show on podcast.
Yeah, actually, if you go onto our description right now, we have the Apple Music link where you can listen to the show, Apple Podcast link, and we also have the Spotify link down there as well. It'll be the SEN Network channel. So go check that out on Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, and SEN Live. And Spotify. My goodness.
Well, that was really good, Alex. A really, really helpful plug where you nailed all of the points.
Absolutely, every single one.
How about you guys go help us out over there? We'll really appreciate it. Number one, we've changed channels and we're doing all of this different stuff. So we need to see what's working. And if you guys still love this show and you want it to work, you can support us in many different ways. That's definitely one of them. Also, Schmoebotting in and making sure that every video you're liking, commenting, subscribing. Really, there's no excuse to not give support. I can't Venmo you all $1,000, but like even if you just want to throw a comment in right now, my red lip looks really good, just unprompted, then I'd appreciate that a lot. Thanks, friends. Other than all of that, I want to get to our first "Are you invited to the bar mitzvah?" question, but we got to get in that support. So in the meantime, Alex, what's going on in the world of entertainment news?
Yeah, so let's talk about some potential people coming back to the MCU or coming into the MCU in one case. So Ironheart is going to be in production soon, which will focus on Riri Williams, the new tech Iron Man inspired character. And it's using the working title Wise Guy, and that could be a reference to Tony Stark, Iron Man. So there's speculation that Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. could come back in some form in the series. Roxy, what do you think of Tony Stark coming back, maybe as an AI version in the Ironheart series on Disney Plus?
But just his voice? I mean, that would be the only way you're going to get him in a series like that. I don't think that at this point Robert Downey Jr. makes an appearance on what relatively would be one of their B-list shows. I'm not saying it's not going to be one of the best shows. I'm just saying it's not the show that's getting the most marketing right now, and it's still on TV. So I think that if he is coming back, it's for some big ass movie appearance, unless it is just a VO role that he can do from his mansion and he's having a good day with it. Winston, what do you think?
I mean, I actually think that there is a high possibility that he comes back, and I do think it's that. I think the rumor that maybe we don't get Tony Stark back in the flesh, that we get Tony Stark as an AI. I think that would be a really wise way to go, especially in the comics. That's Riri ends up finding an AI version of Tony to help her kind of become the hero that she does. So I think that would be a great way to integrate him back in. That leaves you room for like maybe at some point if he learns how to manifest like a hologram, if he wants to really get back into it. But then people kind of get their cake and eat it too, where he can be gone, but he can still come back and even on a Disney Plus show, you know?
Yeah, David, what do you think?
I mean, I only consider it B-list for black, because Riri Williams wasn't good.
Hey.
That's why I called it B-list, by the way,
Totally. Yeah, of course. We knew that. Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely see it being kind of like he is the Jarvis. And it would make sense because half of him went into Ultron. So there is sort of like digital information of him somewhere in the space. So, I definitely see that being what it is. And we're just constantly having fun back and forths with Riri and Stark, kind of like we got a little dose with Spidey and Stark. So yeah, I definitely see that. And these shows have like proven their merit, so and all these, big names coming out to like actually do this, because it's not quite, TV. It's a different sort of thing. So yeah, I see it happening.
I'm not questioning it storyline wise because I'm with you guys that it makes perfect sense, as much as I am questioning if we were going to get some of the big stars in WandaVision, we would have gotten Doctor Strange, and in Loki we would have gotten Thor, although I guess you never know, we still have a little bit of time. I'm just wondering when is going to be that big moment, and if he is AI and we don't have to see him again, it's a whole different level of appearance for an actor because it's so much easier for them to do than actually having to be on camp. No, that was not a good way to phrase it. VO work is very challenging. It is more conducive for their schedules to be able to do just VO as opposed to having to go into studio to be with other people. They can do it on their own time, etc. So I think that to get him to do VO is one thing, but we haven't had that major appearance that we weren't expecting yet, even in the guest stars or like somebody that we thought was coming, like a Mephisto. I mean, I can barely mention his name anymore because of how obnoxious the internet was about that whole situation. But just to have him come onto the show and be unannounced and just make that appearance, I don't know that they'd be able to keep that under wraps, and I don't know that they are budgeting that into Disney Plus at this point. Alex, what do you think?
I definitely think he'll come back just because maybe in a few years, or it's actually starting soon. So maybe he's not really doing much right now, and he kind of feels not a debt, but he loves the MCU so much. Like he helped create this, so like why not give back and help start that new generation of Iron people. And I think if it's just the voice role, like he's definitely there. He's gonna definitely be coming back.
Where would you guys want to see him most? If he was going to make an appearance in the MCU on any show, or you could have him anywhere, any movie that's slated, what would you want to see Robert Downey Jr. in the most? Any thoughts, Winston?
I mean, honestly, with Riri, to be
Really?
real with you, I don't need him at the forefront of the Avengers. I mean, he can make an occasional appearance here or there. If they ever decide to adapt the Civil War II storyline, sure, that would be interesting. But I think she is such a pivotal character. I mean, we were just having this discussion where people were flipping out about Superman being black. The way you kind of counteract this idea of like, oh, you're trying to take all our heroes. I mean, then actually put our heroes in movies. Don't just give us Black Panther. Give us Black Panther and Storm, and Riri, and like, you know what I'm saying. So Tony is such a key element to Riri and her development. I personally would have preferred to see that over Tony and Spider-Man interacting, because the big thing that I've always felt with Spider-Man, it's cool when Tony and Peter meet up because there is a weird little mentorship there, but Peter figured a lot of that out on his own. The idea that Tony had to essentially teach him how to be a hero was always a little off for me. I enjoyed it, but you know what I'm saying? This is the connection I wanted to see more, for sure.
What about you, David? Is this the number one spot that you'd want to see him in?
100%. Like it actually makes the most sense too. Like I feel like anywhere else he would feel forced. This, for the lore makes sense, for the science of it all makes sense, and like you even mentioned yourself, even for like the scheduling of getting Robert Downey Jr. back in this, it makes perfect sense, and especially because she's taking on that mantle. Like Winston was saying, like it was nice to see him, kind of giving a little mentorship to Parker, but it makes the most sense. It's like if you're gonna don the armor, to have him be your Yoda.
Remember when I almost got canceled for calling VO work easy? Ooh, that was a tough one. That was a tough Another follow-up question for you guys that's totally and completely related, because speaking of B-list things, should I take it as anti-Semitism that the donations aren't coming in? They don't want you guys to come to the bar mitzvah. Out there.
Yo, I think my phone's ringing. I'll be right back. Hello? Tough ass question. Yeah, nah. We can talk for a minute.
It was just a I was just thinking about it. For all the people out there who claim they are Jew lovers, you sure don't want to hear questions about
What? You still going? Oh, damn. Wait a minute.
Really putting people in a pinch. That's what I do best. Alex, is there somebody or some show or some movie that you would prefer to see him on, or right where you think he's going to be?
Yeah, I hope it's Ironheart that he does pop into, but I can see him in Secret Invasion as a Skrull, possibly, or at least maybe archive footage, Armor Wars as well, because obviously he started all the armor stuff in general. So that's the only other places that he possibly could pop up in.
Alex,
What?
you just made me think of something though. What about even if we do see him somewhere in Multiverse of Madness, given that it's multiverses, there is a multiverse where Stark still lives. So we could see him somewhere in there too.
That might help me like that movie a little better. I am legitimately dreading Doctor Strange too.
Why?
I don't like him.
She hates the first one.
What?
Yo, he's so pompous, and not like in a It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia fun way to watch you pompous, like in a I'm gonna knock your teeth out if you keep speaking pompous. I can't stand him. Not the actor, the character. Oh God, he's so annoying. Like, imagine getting a beer with him in real life. You'd hate him. You would hate him.
You know what? I think that's a good sort of balance, given that like that's how Thor started. And now he's like this sort of comical, sort of goofball guy. I think it's nice to still kind of have that person in the mix, because everybody is kind of fun, Ant-Man's fun, Star-Lord is fun, Drax is fun, Tony was fun, Falcon is fun. Everybody's kind of fun, so it's nice to have those little ounces of, something else in there to kind of mix up the bunch.
So just to be clear, David, your pitch for why I should like the Doctor Strange movie and character is because it's not fun.
That's a really sorry ass argument, sir. You want me to try? Again for you?
Like what I had meant to say.
Yeah. Yeah. So what happened there?
What happened was there was this doctor, right? And
was he kind of strange? He was
kind of strange.
Doctor. Did he have a PhD?
Yeah, he was a surgeon.
Pretty huge dick. But it's too early. It's too early.
Magic staff.
Yeah, too early for my antics. Winston, don't you head know me that. Do not head nod no to me like that. Do not.
I'm just saying.
You're with me or you're against me.
I'm against you with this one and that. Like, look, I'll say this, Rox. I was there with you where I did not like Doctor Strange upon my first viewing. Having the interactions with him in Ragnarok, in Infinity War, in Endgame, and then going back and revisiting Doctor Strange, I actually appreciate the same mentality of what happened with Thor, where you don't like Thor when you first meet him. It takes him getting humbled hard, which is then his arc. All of his trilogy and through the Avengers is he had to lose everything to finally come back around and being a good person. I feel like they do that in a shortened time span with Doctor Strange in that one movie where they're like, yeah, he's a complete and utter dick. And then by the end of it, you're like, you know what? Homie learned some shit and realized he can do better. And that's who we get by the time we get to Infinity War. So I'm hoping that we get more growth from him in this next movie. And I definitely expect it to happen, along with opening up the motherfucking multiverse, man.
See, Roxy, that's what I had meant to say.
What I said. No, I gathered that. That was a good tag team performance by you guys for sure.
Yo, hit that kid in play, son. Hit that kid in play,
son. Did you just tell me secretly though that you are hardcore prepping to go into IG? Like, why? What is this rewatch that you're doing of all of the? Oh. I don't think you could pay me to do IG. What they'd have to do, Nope for me.
It makes it a lot easier when all you're really doing is helping usher them in. Stuff sticks more than you realize. So we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. Winston, you're not gonna mute your mic when you blow your nose?
Oh, that was probably a good idea. I didn't think about that.
Instead, it just goes off camera. We can hear it.
I can't think of everything, Roxy. I'm not perfect. I'm only human.
Seeing it, you're like, don't look at me, Swan, but hear this nose go right.
Yo, we can't all wear red lip and just look so sexy and intelligent, man. Sometimes we dumb.
Red lip means I'm smart. She's smart. All right, send in that support. I'm actually mad at you guys. So hopefully that convinces y'all. I just want to be able to see if they're coming to the bar mitzvah or not. It's a really important question. We are 30 away still from our first $50 with a half an hour into the show. It's an embarrassment of embarrassment. I was going to say embarrassment of riches, but that's the opposite, right?
I think so.
The lack of riches.
The pride of poorness. What? I don't. If it's an embarrassment of riches, it's the pride of poorness. I don't know how that works.
No, I'm living in that truth. Whatever that truth is, wherever that area is, there she be. Alex, what else is going on in the entertainment world?
Well, also tied into Robert Downey Jr. possibly coming back. Could Hugh Jackman come back? Because he posted to his Instagram story a little fan art from Boss Logic, as well as a picture with Kevin Feige. So do you think, Roxy, that this could be teasing at his entrance into the MCU, or is it just fun playing around with the fans?
Do y'all want Wolverine the musical or what?
Yes.
Yes. I want it to be called
Doggin donated $20. What up, crew?
Yeah.
Okay, fine, Roxy, I will donate to the Bar Mitzvah Fund. I see the stars have until tomorrow to make moves in free agency. Any chance we will see a certain All Elite Wrestling former champion back on the faction?
Well, I don't know who you could ever be talking about, but there's always a chance for everything. To be honest, I'm going to use every minute of my 48 hours to decide what we want to do here. The Stars have been making moves for a minute, and we need to, because we're in last. And Winston, I see you right down here with us. What the fuck are we doing here? What are we? I cannot believe where you and I are right now. It is disturbing that the two of us are where we are. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So yeah, I've got to think about a lot of moves. How are you feeling, Winston?
I mean, specifically, you're talking about Hugh Jackman, right?
No, we're talking.
Maybe I'm confused then. Maybe I'm confused. That's what, because I just thought I heard some about the bar mitzvah money, and then I thought they were talking about Hugh. I didn't know. I missed it. I'm sorry. I'm here.
Do you
I'm
understand the words that are coming out of her mouth?
Don't let me understand the words be coming out your mouth, man.
You wanted to know what we were doing about free agency because.
Yes. What you were gonna do?
Because we're both in the bottom, which sucks. I'm lower than you, but you're not doing well either. We're not crushing.
Yeah, true, but I've got some title matches coming up. I mean, Laura Kelly is gonna get all up in Demolante's ass, and Paul still has to turn in his title shot, and there's a
One
lot.
More time on that. Laura's in his ass.
All up in his ass.
All up in his ass.
It's all up in there.
Yeah.
It's all up in there. Like Ant-Man and Thanos that everybody wanted to see, apparently. That was the way to beat him. So.
Good. For let us know who his ass is. Mm-hmm. So what we're talking about is Hugh Jackman in the musical, right? That's what we're talking about, Winston?
Yep.
That's why I was confused. I thought that because I heard them ask you a question about the stars. I didn't hear the part where they were, and that's now I'm realizing you were connecting those dots that we're both sucking ass right now. What is it with me and ass right now?
A lot of ass today, bro.
There's a lot of ass. You know what it is?
That was your 4th of July.
David.
That was the fireworks you were
David.
off, huh?
David. You know what it is? So this Palm Springs trip that we do with my friends, there's a lot of ass throwing that happens over the weekend. Okay. So I think my brain just hasn't fully come back.
You haven't de-asthmatized yet.
I'm having ass backs, bro. I'm having ass backs. Yeah.
Back from the ass. Yes.
1 second.
Send in that support, guys. We still have not made it to our first $50. Get in those Schmoebots because we need to know who's coming to the bar mitzvah. I got to make a list. The bar mitzvah's coming up. We need to know who is attending and who is not. So send in that love. But in terms of your question, Alex, with Hugh Jackman, I always am a fan of seeing Hugh Jackman back in things. I think that is way less likely than seeing Robert Downey Jr., though. Just so much less likely. But David, that smile tells me otherwise. What do you think?
Look, as far as I'm concerned, this multiverse of madness opens up everything. So I would love to get one shot, just like how he showed up in, what was it, Days of Futures Past, just to say fuck off. I would love just a shot of him in the yellow spandex, and then just nope, and we move on. That's all I want. They teased it in it was was it a director's cut, some sort of end version of the Wolverine, the one where he went to Japan. There was an alternate ending where they teased the suit, and I'm we gotta get it. Let's go, snick all day.
I'll actually come to you now, Winston, now that you're with the conversation.
I'm here. I'm with
now
it.
that you're here, you're with it. What are you thinking? Are you thinking that we could possibly get him back? And if so, will he be singing and dancing in My Musical Dreams?
I mean, I could see it happening, but I also think this is the one thing we have to remember with Hugh Jackman, unless Kevin Feige's ready to throw ass for Hugh Jackman, he had made it very public. He was tired of the diet. He was tired of the workouts. He's fine being in regular shape, not superhero shape. So unless something is happening that is an offer he just can't refuse, I can see maybe a cameo, but I don't see him and even then it would have to be something where I'm not doing whatever workouts. It's not gonna happen.
Right.
You get my face and nothing else.
And that's what a suit could do. A suit, you can be half in the shape that he once was, because the suit's already got the cuts and all of that stuff. Yellow suit, give me yellow spandex.
Oh my lord! Oh my lord!
Alex, are you in? Do you think he's coming back?
Yeah, probably as a Old Man Logan cameo kind of thing. And David brought up maybe this is where we get our first F word in the MCU. I wonder if that'll happen.
Did David bring that up?
Well, he said cameos,
I think David,
and then he said the F word in Days of Future Past. So I'm thinking maybe he cameos here. He could bring First Class. Thank you.
That's what it was.
First Class. He comes back and he does the cameo there and says the F word. So who knows?
Guys, we're like the little engine that could. We just hit our first $50 with no help from you guys. That's not true. With help from 3 of you guys.
It was us. It was all us.
Oh, such a bully. Wow. The 3 of you guys who did show support, y'all are the only Jew lovers in here. And because of that, we officially have our first question coming through. By the time I'm done with this question, I'm really hoping we have another one. So send in your Schmoebots now. All right, let's see. You guys want me to start easy or hard?
I mean, it depends. If you just warm us up. You don't start a workout without a stretch.
Okay, let's see. All right. It's hard to know what you guys know. Okay, what is a yarmulke? What is a yarmulke? Let's say this is a middle of the road level of easiness or hardness. You don't need to know why, just what. Are they invited to the bar mitzvah? Bar mitzvah, go bar mitzvah. Everybody at home, play along as well. You could learn something too about your fellow Jew.
Did you mean for that to rhyme?
I
That
did.
was great.
I always
Appreciate
do. I always do. Joey Tribbiani says, "How you doing?" And then I always just said, "How you Jewing?" It doesn't work as well. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, Alex.
A hat.
I believe that you wrote that, even though all I can see is some doodle.
Oh no, I wrote a hat.
Oh.
Malcolm, what do you got?
Oh, I don't have a pen and paper. Everything's still packed up, but I know that it's a small round hat that goes on the crown of your head.
Malcolm, are you new? Did you
I've got new digs, and everything is still in boxes. There's nowhere to put anything yet.
I love that you're in an office and I'm in a car and I have pen and paper.
Damn.
You're right. I have no excuse. I'm sorry, Roxy.
Call him out. It's kind of hard to talk with the barrel in your mouth.
all right, Winston, what do you got?
A yarmulke is a hat that is worn by male parishioners and it is a covenant with Yahweh.
Oh, all right. David?
I don't know if you can see it, but I put a little hat thingy.
Yeah.
It's a little hat thingy.
You guys did a great job. Malcolm gets no points.
Peaceful Guy donated
$20.
Please help me support and celebrate this nice Jewish girl's birthday month and this great show. Hee.
Thank you so much. Who sent that support in, Alex?
That was from Peaceful Guy.
Peaceful Guy, you've been crushing it in the chat, and now you're showing up in the Schmoebot. So you officially took first place today for my favorite person on the show right now. If somebody wants to dethrone Peaceful Guy, well, Winston, you're always my favorite. But Peaceful Guy showing up big.
Well, that hurts. You can't. You got 3.
You have dodged her for weeks, sir. For weeks. You have dodged this young lady.
Months.
Look, the way my bank account is set up, though, it was always work-related, okay?
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I was just partying. Thank you very much.
Likely story.
I couldn't show up because at 10 in the morning every Tuesday, he was just partying. Like, I've got another rager to go to. I didn't think you were partying. I thought that you were dodge, duck, dive. Dodge. What are the ones?
Yep. Dodge, dive.
She's a lyricist, folks. Dropping bars. Let's go.
That's true. So we are 25 away from the next Can They Come to the Bar Mitzvah question. We need to get to this answer, so send in your support now. Thank you so much to everybody who loves the Jews and is not a pretender. I see you guys. I'm going to remember every single name of every one of you guys in the chat who didn't show up to support the Jews today. Every one of you. Alex, what else is going on?
Well, I got some sad news, but a celebration of life, because Richard Donner passed away at 91, lived a very long life, and he, of course, directed 1978 Superman, as well as Lethal Weapon, The Goonies, Scrooged. He had quite a plentiful directorial career. Roxy, what is your favorite movie of Richard Donner? And tell me about that.
It was like you were doing so well, Alex.
I was.
And then you asked the perfect question, but then you lost the confidence and just said, "Tell me about that," which I'm ready. I think that we lost a legend, but it's interesting to hear the conversation around it. Like, I don't know what the age that puts you in that category where when you die, we're ready to just talk about how incredible you were and not how sad we are that you are gone. People are obviously sad that he's gone, but at 91, I think people were just so happy that he was here and got to live such a full life. To answer your question, Alex, I guess my answer has to be Superman, because that's the one that for sure shaped me the most. But at the same time, like, Goonies never say die, so I'm a little bit torn. But Superman for sure is like the biggest of the bigs. There's nothing, if you are me, or honestly any of us who's in here right now, how can that not be the movie that, like, it changed the future of comic book movies, and without that we don't even know where we would be today. So he's definitely somebody that we owe a debt of gratitude towards, and I'm going to fall off the same cliff that you did right now, Alex. So Winston, tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest that I don't have a super lot of experience, no pun intended, with Donner's work. That's actually one of the things, that's why I'm not in IG right now. I still haven't seen the Superman movies personally, But they are. You're making big ass eyes at me right now, David. But like again, right now I'm working on the Fast movies. I finished Fast 5. Why have I been hating on that series as long as I have been? Jesus, I love those films now.
So good. So good.
But I am aware of the stamp that he has left on this industry, and so it's one of those things where I'd never say that it's necessarily sad when someone passes after living a long and fulfilled life, but it is a moment to celebrate his life now and to acknowledge all the good that he brought so many people through his art and through his work. So obviously this homegoing is, he's lost at age 91, which is crazy. I hope I live to at least 91, but yeah, man, he helped shape a lot. Like you said, he shaped the stuff that we were just talking about right now. We'll talk about Robert Downey Jr. making a comeback as Iron Man without the Superman film. So yeah.
David, those big eyes made me think that you are a Superman fan.
Oh, big time. I mean, to this day, it's hard not to compare any other Superman film to that, original Christopher Reeve's film. Like when I know you're supposed to see a new film and like kind of take it as its own and what it is, but there's just a magic there in that film that can't be compared to this day. I don't think it's been matched by any of these other DC films. So yeah, it's something that often duplicated but never replicated, and he did that time and time again. Because like Scrooged is so good.
Yeah, it is.
Everything. I can't think of something of his that I don't like, and as an aspiring director myself, like that's just like his stuff is Bible, so yeah, I appreciate all that he gave to us, and hopefully it will be in his footsteps one day.
If you could have seen him direct another superhero movie, what would you have picked, David, as a big Superman fan?
Something not Superman?
Yeah.
I would have liked his take on either Batman v Superman or Aquaman.
Sticking in the DC.
I think, yeah. Oh, you mean just in general across the board?
Superhero movie. Alex just wanted to paint the picture.
Dang. David was like, yeah, I can't answer that question and fucking left the stream.
What happened, David? I stumped you?
No. I'm producing a short film and my DP was trying to call me. Okay. Here we go. Wait. Okay.
Here we go. One more time. Everybody feeling fine.
He would have been amazing because, especially when you think of like the Goonies, he would have been great at Guardians. I would love to have seen his take on Guardians.
That's a cool pick. I like that a lot. Alex, what's your favorite of his films?
Lethal Weapon, I'd say. I haven't seen most of his filmography. Of course, I've seen Superman, The Omen, and also
Frank donated
very
$20. Donna will always be my favorite director. Some people forget that he directed the famous Twilight Zone episode Nightmare at 20,000 Feet, which was later parodied by The Simpsons and SNL. In addition, he directed the original Omen and Lady Hawk. Austin Kramer donated $20. Can't watch live but had to show some love.
Who was the first one from, Alex? Was it from Frank?
From Frank.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Austin Kramer. We really appreciate you guys. You guys are friends of the Jews. So put that on your resume. I said it here first.
I'm gonna start doing that when I host. Donator, you are not a friend of the blacks.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a whole new line of merch. Roxy, I think you need to have a shirt that says "Friend of the Jews."
Yeah.
And Winston, boom, "Friend of the blacks." Let's go.
Which I guess my favorite actually would either be a hardly ever talked about movie in Maverick. I fucking love that film.
Yeah.
Good one. And 16 Blocks
Yes.
with
Owens, Steph,
Mhm.
and Bruce
Will
Willis.
Steph and Bruce Willis. That movie is great.
That
I
was
never
his
saw that.
final. Yeah, that was his final movie.
What
Sadly,
year?
2006.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think he also did Timeline, the Paul Walker movie as well, which is
Oh
based on
yeah.
Michael Crichton book. He's got quite the diverse filmography because I was saying it. He did The Omen, and then after that, he was hired to do Superman. Just an interesting jump, but he navigated both genres really well, and yeah, he's a legend.
What's cool about him is that we know for a fact that he's not going to be forgotten. It's nice when people die and you just know that their legacy is going to live on and on, because anybody who cares about the genre, which we've seen is not going away, is going to know who he is. And I actually think, Winston, that you're going to like Superman. I think that it is. I just did a rewatch myself. DC Movie News last year was going through all the DC movies, and I will say that it is dated, especially with like a tagline like "You'll believe that a man can fly," and you look at him flying, and you're like, "That's what you guys believed," but okay. At the same time, it has some really beautiful, poignant moments, and like you can see that it is the base for so many things to come. So I think you'll definitely appreciate it. It's not like our movies today, but it's definitely worth a watch. I think you'll like it. Keep us posted.
No, I'm here for it 1,000%. I mean, again, it is something that I'm working my way through to help my players, let alone for my own education. But yeah, no, I mean, there are plenty of films of his that I have like very much enjoyed, and so I'm sure I will go back and enjoy those too. I just, for me, and a lot of people know this about me, I'm just not a huge
Sarah
Superman
donated
fan.
$20.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, a silent killer, Sarah. Thanks for that. We appreciate you. No comment, just take my money. That's the way.
But yeah, I'm not a huge Superman fan personally, just because I find it a lot. If the stories for Superman aren't done well, he becomes very boring to me, just because there's less to relate to a god in that regard. Like, at least with Thor, who's in a similar situation, not as OP to Superman, but a similar situation, you're watching the people that he cares about and the things that he cares about die and be taken away from him. That doesn't always necessarily happen to Superman. It's just like, oh, and he's fast enough to make the Earth go backwards in reverse time, and everything's back to normal. You know what I'm saying? So like, it was harder for me to ever really go have a desire to watch those films. But I'm definitely here for it with all of the positive press y'all are giving it.
Christopher Reeve is gonna make you get it. Christopher Reeve is what's gonna sell it for you. I almost liken it to like Disney World versus Disneyland. Disney World is cool. It's a big juggernaut. It's a big beast of a thing. But there's something really sweet and magical about coming here to Disneyland and kind of feeling like what the original vision was. You're going to kind of get that when you compare that to like today's version of like the superhero film.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then also for me, I'm with you, Winston. Superman was my favorite growing up, but then at some point I kind of got annoyed with him because like I started being a real human and was like, yo, this guy like is perfect and it's annoying. But what I will say that's so special about the first Superman movie that I really, really was lacking for me in Man of Steel is exactly what happens with his dad. Like, I think that the whole point is that Superman's not he can't do everything for everybody always. And what was such a bummer about Man of Steel for me was like, yeah, you could have, you little fucking bitch. I hate the fucking dog scene. I hate that fucking dog scene. Holy shit. I think it takes away everything Superman is. Just had to slip that in there because I know how much the internet loves when I bitch about that moment. Yeah. You know what? Maybe
Andre's saying Superman's whole planet blew up. I'm very aware of that, and I am aware that there are elements of that still get addressed from time to time about being I'm the last son of Krypton, etc., etc. The difference is, though, him being an infant and having no recollection of that and having to find that out later, versus like it's not something that it's that he doesn't deal with it. It's like, but that's not at his day-to-day what's happening with him, versus every time Bruce decides he's going to punch a bad guy, he has to think to himself, am I going to go over the line and kill this person so they don't hurt anybody? You know what I'm saying? There's a little bit more of like a human element there. So that's the difference.
Imagine your whole planet blowing up. You could probably use some privacy. Alex?
What?
Let me have it. She did good.
Well, yes, Rox, because did you ever read the fine print that appears when you start browsing in incognito mode? It says that your activity might still be visible to your employer, your school, or your internet service provider. How can they even call it incognito? To really stop people from seeing the sites you visit, you need to do what we all do and use ExpressVPN. Think about all the times you've used Wi-Fi at a coffee shop, a hotel, even at your parents' house, which I'm at right now. Eek. Without ExpressVPN, every site you visit could be logged by the admin of that network, and that's still true, even when you're in incognito mode. I mean, do you really want your parents to see what you've been looking at? Ooh, I don't know about that. Because what's more, your home internet provider, I'm talking Comcast, AT&T, whatever, they can also see and record your browsing data. And in the US, they're legally allowed to sell that data to advertisers. ExpressVPN is an app that encrypts all of your network data and reroutes it through a network of secure servers so that your private online activity stays just that, private. ExpressVPN works on all your devices and is super easy to use. The app literally has one button, just one. You tap it to connect, and your browsing activity is secure from prying eyes. So stop letting strangers invade your online privacy. Protect yourself at expressvpn.com/SEN. Use our link at expressvpn.com/SEN to get 3 extra months free. That's a fourth of the year. That's ExpressVPN, ExpressVPN.com/SEN to learn more and to say no to the sneakers. No sneaky boys. No.
No. Say yeah.
Yeah.
Say no.
No.
The best boy band that you guys just are in right now. I want to live with forever. Let me tell you guys something. 2 things that I Googled last night and why it's so important to have your privacy so nobody knows. One of them is coital alignment technique. I was watching this show called Sex Life, and then I heard about something, and I had to Google it. So that, and then I Googled, what does it mean when a new vein shows up in your boob? So that's where I'm at right now in life. And I don't think that everybody should know those things. So
Hey,
Man.
Roxy,
Didn't
you
you-
can't dance around the coital alignment. Just what? I'm intrigued.
So there's this thing happening in this Netflix show called Sex Life, where this really sexy guy and sexy girl, she's doing VO. Like, first of all, it's straight up porn. Like, are you guys watching the show?
Not yet.
I am
I
now.
heard about it though.
It's straight up porn. We see dick, we see boobs, we see vag. I mean, you see everything, and you see them fucking every episode. It's straight up porn. So I'm watching it last night, and she's VOing their sex, and there was like a moment where it looked like he was just like planking, and she was like, it's called the coital alignment technique. Look it up or something. And I was like, I will. Like, what is happening here? But then it had more to do with the clip, which was not what we were watching. It's a whole fucking thing, but I didn't know. And now,
I didn't know there was a term for it. I know exactly what that is.
yeah, totally. But it's not what it looked like. It looked like he was. You ever what the fuck are they called? Mormons. You ever hear about Mormons? Mormons planking?
No.
This is a new
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I have heard about this.
Yeah, or
Yes.
or it's called floating, maybe. Floating or
You're talking
planking.
about what they do in high school, where they have the friends jump on the bed while they're just laying on top of each other, so they never have sex, but then they end up like grinding on each other. And...
True too, but one of the things that I met a Mormon. I have a Mormon person. No, okay. My hairdresser's best friend is Mormon, so she comes around sometimes, and but she's not Mormon anymore. She got out of the Mormon church or whatever. So I ask her all these questions because you guys know me. I'm not capable of fucking not asking all these really inappropriate questions. So what they do is called floating. A lot of Mormons, which means you put your dick inside the vagina, but you don't pump. It floats. And that is not considered sex. It's just considered floating. So it kind of.
Which is why then the follow-up to that, the next level is you get your friends to come in the room and they jump up and down on the bed, so you're not actually doing any of the penetrating. You're just floating and bouncing around, and it just happens to be a part of the physics that are happening around
Makes
you.
fucking sense to me. So that's kind
Science.
That's kind of what it looked like in the episode. It didn't. I mean, it looked sexier than that, but it looked like he just wasn't moving. and I couldn't see anything. So I was like, what is coital alignment technique? I didn't know if this was some shit that I didn't know about, but then I did know about it. I just didn't know it was titled that. I'm just letting you guys know privacy is important. So on that note, we are due for another resting. No, I'm telling you, it was called. She said it was called floating.
Soaking. Oh, soaking. Soaking. Yo, I could go get Kristian. She probably shouldn't be on camera because she's not feeling well. But like she went to high school with a bunch of Mormons, so she was actually telling me about this, but I cannot remember the term. Hold on. Hey, baby.
Basting.
No, baby.
Marinating.
It's floating. I'm telling you guys.
I like basting.
I learned a lot of really important things, and I share them all with you guys. And thank you for none of you guys asking follow-up questions about the random vein that appeared in my boob. I'm a little concerned about it, but it's fine.
Oh, so I thought it was something on the show. I didn't know.
No, that one. I looked down and there was a new vein, and I was like, where the fuck did that come from? But then I drank a lot of water and it went away. So maybe my boobs were dehydrated.
Possibly.
I mean, these are the important questions that we have to ask, and we can't ask anybody but Google.
That's
All right. So when Winston gets back, I do owe you guys another "Are you invited to the bar mitzvah?" question. We are currently $20 away from the next one, so put that on deck. If you love the Jews, which you guys claim to do, then send in that Schmoebot, because how do you Jew? But Winston, get answers for us so I can ask this next question. What level of difficulty are we looking for, David?
Like a mid-level, maybe.
Mid-level. All right.
I felt like that first one was kind of easy, so
all right.
we'll kind of like we'll increase.
All right, mid-level. Okay. Yep. All right, I've got you. This will be one. I am curious if Winston's going to be able to get this. David, I believe in you. Alex, do you know a lot of Jews?
I mean, a decent amount, I guess.
Have you ever been to a bar mitzvah?
I have not.
David, have you?
I have not.
Malcolm, have you?
No.
No. Winston.
Yeah.
Did you get the answer?
I did. The correct answer is soaking.
Soaking.
Soaking is the answer we were looking for.
Winston, have you ever been to a bar mitzvah? Well, I get all you guys. I mean, they're lit. Like.
So here's the thing. I went to school. I went to high school with like 75% of the population of my high school was Jewish.
And they didn't invite you?
Well, I got there at high school.
Oh,
so
I
missed the bar mitzvahs by like a year or two. But my sister, she went to the same school starting in middle school, and she went to some like 40 bar mitzvahs. Yeah. So I've got like a pretty decent
Eric
amount
Kirby
of information.
donated
$20.
Hey guys, with Space Jam 2 coming out soon, can each of you give us your basketball team of cartoons characters you watched as kids and they can't be Looney Tunes characters?
Can each of us give you the cartoons we watched as kids and they can't be Looney Tunes characters?
Yeah, so like basically build a basketball team.
Kristian Hardesty donated $24. Who doesn't love Jews?
It's a great question. A lot of people. We're actually the most hated people on the planet. Thank you, Kristian. We appreciate you.
Oh my God.
Okay.
What was that? We need to answer another Mormon question. I'll be right back.
So
let's see. Okay.
Let's build a team together.
Okay.
The tall one-armed guy from Foster's has to be on the team, right? You guys know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, Foster's Imaginary Friends.
That's the one.
Yeah. No, that's a good call.
Did you guys y'all ever watch Dragon Tales?
Oh yeah.
No.
I feel like it'd be helpful to have a dragon on the team.
I feel like that's not
what about the cucumber from VeggieTales?
Nah, dude, how the fuck you gonna dribble?
He can't even find his hairbrush.
They always find a way. I don't know how, but they
God, literally God, like they just pray that the ball.
That's Jesus helping dribble.
Yo, y'all are all wrong. We gotta have our star player in Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls. Remember when she went hardcore
Really
and
good.
took
Really
all those
good.
monsters at 11, bro?
Y'all,
Man.
y'all ever watch Teletubbies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tinky
Were they
Winky for
cartoons?
sure. Feel
Was
like
that the
Like, oh,
tallest
That's not a
one?
cartoon though, girl.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
What about Fairly Odd Parents?
Yeah. What about the parents? Because we never saw them. I want to see their faces. Y'all ever seen Dexter's Lab?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Dexter would be fired. He'd be fired. You remember when he played dodgeball and he had that crazy ass mech suit?
Yes, the mech suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all watch Hey Arnold?
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't you say Gerald, that's racist.
No. I was gonna say Helga.
Oh.
She's fucking
Yo,
mean.
She'll
be
throw
like
elbows,
the Ron
man.
She could be like the Ron Artest, the Dennis Rodman, Get
Yeah.
up in there, mix it up. Bad Boy Pistons, Helga.
Yeah. Oh, Kim Possible. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Oh, she'd be good.
I do feel like we made a team. I don't know what the team looks like fully, but
Jackie Chan.
I think we did the job.
Jackie Chan from Jackie Chan Adventures.
Yeah.
I'm here for
And
that.
Optimus Prime.
Good.
He-Man. Oh man.
Good call. Remember when I forgot the Teletubbies was live action? People are in those fucking suits? That sucks.
Good
Yo, what
times.
about? Oh, you know who's got to be on the team? What about Swiper from fucking Dora?
Swiper, no swiping,
No
bro.
swiping.
Yo,
He's
Swiper,
Patrick
no
Beverly
swiping.
type.
Swift.
I'd love to see like some Air Bud type goodness with Blue from Blue's Clues.
Yeah.
Yo, how is the answer not immediately the Flash from Justice League? I don't understand. Like homie could literally he'd be playing the best defense. He'd be out here just dunking on cats all day because you can't fucking stop him from getting to the paint. Like, dude.
Totally.
And maybe this is racist, but if you're going there, let's say Static Shock. You gotta have some kind of hoops, right?
Like, some sort of hoop training, you know what I mean? Some sort of
That
training.
part is that nobody did you at all. All right, let's keep going with these.
Oh, yo, Alfonso has it, Samurai Jack, because he jumps good. Hell yeah, remember he did the training to jump good.
All right. Okay, next question coming up. And by the way, guys, we are currently $20 away from our next one. So I owe you guys 2. Right? I've only asked you 1, right?
Yeah.
I owe you guys 2, and in $20, I'll owe you guys 3. And this is the way that we decide who's coming to the bar mitzvah. It's very important. All right, here we go. This next question. What does Mazel Tov mean? I'll use it in a sentence. Mazel Tov! Whole fucking sentence. How do you Jew? Malcolm still didn't go get a pen and paper. He doesn't care about me at all. Malcolm, anti-Jewish.
I can't just leave.
Streamlabs in or Schmoebot.
I'm the one person here that can't just leave.
You know, that's how the Jews felt too. Winston.
That's how the blacks felt too.
Right? Congratulations, whispered motherfucker.
Yeah. David, what do you got?
I got congratulations / God bless.
Good. Alex?
Yeah, congratulations. Smiley face.
Ooh, Malcolm, would you have gotten that right? We'll
I
never
absolutely
know.
would have.
We'll never fucking. We can't trust you anymore. We just can't. Malcolm still has no points. Everybody else is on the board with 2 points. Maybe I should up the level of difficulty next time. I've got some that I don't think you guys will have ever even heard of what it is. So, all right, I'll ask one of those right now. If I say find a partner for Coke and Pepsi, what does that mean?
Say that one more time.
If I say find a partner for Coke and Pepsi, what does that mean? This is going to be really tough considering none of you guys have been to a bat mitzvah. Find a partner for Coke and Pepsi. This should be one of those things where we say only wrong answers. If none of you guys get it right, I'm going to give a point to the answer I like the best. Arbitrary Aliens is back, bitches. Let's see if you guys know in the chat, and are any of my Jews in here? Because y'all will know. DeMarco Twain says, "What the hell?" I get it, DeMarco. I get it. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2. David, we're starting with you.
I said like find a partner for a boy-girl dance.
Hey, bro, that was my answer. I said find a partner for you to dance or have a soda partner, like you dance with the drink. You know what I'm saying? I figure it's like one of them where you all like doing the little boy-girl dance, like this far away, but you.
Even if we're wrong, we in black sync right now. So
Yeah.
Clearly, we in black. No, we have fused.
Does that mean I'm honorary?
Yes.
I prefer to dance.
Yo,
Okay.
yo. By your powers combined, I am Black Filipino.
Malcolm, you have a guess?
I guess to find some alcohol.
Okay. So Coke and Pepsi is a bar mitzvah special, where it's a game where you have to get a partner and you stand on opposite sides of the room and you run back and forth. If I yell out Coke, you run to the Coke side. If I yell out Pepsi, you run to the Pepsi side. The last people to get there get eliminated. If I say 7-Up, you go on your partner's back. If I say with Fizz, they've got to jump up and down. It's like a whole fucking game that the Jews invented. I don't know how it came to be, but it is like a huge staple. So
and to do so with the two capitalist lords of our time, Coke and Pepsi, instead of like Red River, Promised Land, Red River, Promised Land, Passover. Everybody stops and like goes into the house.
You can imagine it was like one of the most stressful parts of being somebody who's going to a bar mitzvah, because you would be thinking the whole time they're gonna play Coke and Pepsi, and who's gonna be my partner. And like, it was just really and like, you don't know to ask them or them to ask you. It was a big thing, who's your Coke and Pepsi partner. And at that time, even if you had a boyfriend, sometimes you didn't want to play with him because.
Damn, wait a minute. Yo, but my question is, are you emotionally capable enough at that age to have the conversation of, I still love you, but we are all good at certain things. And this is not necessarily your strong suit. So understand that you are my partner and I'm not choosing you over anybody else. But when it comes to this specific game, I'm gonna have to go over here and talk to Bobby because Bobby can run and you're kind of a fat ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, is this a conversation that we're able to have at 12, 13 years old?
I'll tell you no. And sometimes my boyfriends didn't want to play with me and it was devastating. I mean, that's devastating. Like, and everybody's getting eliminated at the end. Usually there's one winner and they'll get like a prize, like, like those toy glasses that are plastic or like a boa or something. It's a really big deal. And a lot of you guys, some of you guys know it. Some of you guys say it sounds super white. Guess what? You can be white and Jewish. I know the internet disagrees with that. But hey-oh, proving it right every day. Yeah, a lot of things to learn about.
just getting your last little rhyme scheme in there. You set one up. I just did.
All right, we have one more coming through that I owe you guys, and then we need our next $20 to get to the next one. So here is another one.
I think we fulfilled it. We're at 150. We got 3 questions.
I would know that if Malcolm wrote it in the chat.
Ooh. I did.
We're doing it every $50, right?
Ooh. So 50? So 3. So I'm asking my third one. So I said $20 more to get to the next one.
We've done 3.
Congratulations and partner dance.
Oh, I already did it. We don't know the menu right now.
Correct.
Malcolm, my bad, dude. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
It's
Malcolm, get him.
I'm
get
sorry.
him. It's okay. Nah, get him.
Malcolm did his job. Malcolm did his job. I'm just fucking bitter. I'm just a fucking bitter old wench. And I'm really sorry.
It's Tuesday. Those are bully Malcolm days. It's fine.
Malcolm, that was rude as shit of me. I claimed that you didn't do your job and I didn't do my job. You know who also didn't do their job? You guys at home. You Jew haters.
You can't keep doing that while I'm sitting right here, man. You gotta, holy shit.
You asking for money.
Holy shit. This is.
She was begging for money. It's not cute. It's not cute.
I'm gonna demand that Roxy come on the show when I'm
Kristian
hosting, and I'm just
Hardesty
gonna start being
donated
like, y'all hate the
$20.
blacks.
Alex, tell me who just put that in.
We got Kristian Hardesty donating $20. So now we got
I
our
love
fourth.
you and your bleeding hardesty. But all right. Well, no, nobody liked that one. It's like a bleeding heart. Bleeding.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you have to explain it. It's really good. Here we go.
So pretty, Roxy. You're so pretty,
So
Roxy.
so pretty. All right. Coming through right now with that next question. All right, I'm going to give you guys a situational one. The mom of the person who's having the bar mitzvah is on the dance floor and is already too fucked up. She asks for a sip of your drink. What do you do?
Wait a minute. How old am I?
You're at the bar mitzvah. You're not like 13. You're like your age. You're just a 10.
I'm currently my age. So then give it to me one more time then with that in mind, because I'm thinking as a 13-year-old and I'm like, yes, have soda. You need to sober up, bitch. Like, I don't know what to do.
Dance floor. She is too fucked up. You notice she's having a good time. She's dancing, but she's drunk. She turns over to you, sees you've got a drink on the dance floor, and says, "Can I have a sip?" What do you do? There's a few right answers here. And also, I will say that this scenario happens often. This is a frequently occurring bat mitzvah, bar mitzvah thing. Let's see what y'all say.
Wait.
What? What?
You said the celebrant is the one asking it?
The celebrant's mom.
Celebrant's mom. Gotcha.
It's like none of you guys listen to me.
What was that, Roxy?
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alex, we're coming to you first.
Just drink with her, I guess.
Bitch. Malcolm. You're still playing.
Go hard in the paint.
What are you thinking?
I go find either maybe if she has a husband or a brother or someone around, and we sit down and we have a sandwich instead of drinking.
Yes, the very classic sandwich at the bat mitzvah. Winston.
The correct answer is, say you just beat the flu and offer to get her a drink of her own, then bring her back a double, but it's really just a really large Diet Coke.
Incredible answer. Incredible answer.
We're
David?
almost in sync again. You lie and you go, nah, sorry, I got a cold sore or something. To keep from wanting to drink.
Black Sync is in effect!
Black Sync!
Yo, what is our fusion name? What is our fusion name, bro?
So, David, you definitely get a point there because you don't let her keep drinking. Winston, you get 2 points there because you also made her feel good. You go to get her a drink. Now she doesn't know how fucked up she is. Alex, you go to jail, my friend. Alex's solution is get more sloshed, everybody now. Maybe if I get drunk with her, I won't know how bad it is. That's epic. Really, really good.
Dave's done Marshall. That's how Jamaican as fuck.
Dave's done Marshall, brother.
Everyone else, send in those schmobots. We now are 50 away. Wow, aggressive. 50 away from fucking asking the next Jew question. Y'all already know how I feel about this. I don't have to keep saying it. Get in those schmobots. I've got some great questions. You guys will hear them when we get $50 more in. In the meantime, Alex, what else is going on?
Wait, did you say a correct answer, or is there a correct answer?
Yeah, I said that yours was definitely wrong. Winston's was double right.
Okay.
David's was right.
Gotcha.
And Malcolm ain't been to any bat mitzvahs thinking there's sandwiches there.
Roxy, which, by the way, did I tell you that that's actually how I kind of won Kristen over a little bit? I went to a party with her best friend who's Jewish, who was
Embrace your
bliss. And was
geekness.
trying to
Donated
kiss every
$50.
single dude, but
I
she
want
wanted
to be a friend
Yeah.
of the Jews.
Yeah.
And
And
the Jews. What's up, brother?
Embrace your geekness.
Yes.
Thank you for the $50 donation.
Big support. We appreciate you, babe. Wait, so Winston, keep telling me though.
So it was her best friend, and she was like she was super drunk. She wanted to keep drinking and wouldn't let anybody really stop her. And she was trying to make out with like 2 different dudes, both of which were gay and were actually there with each other, but she didn't know because she was too drunk.
Yeah.
And so I was just like,
Hate
oh,
to see it.
you know
Hate
what?
to see
And
it.
so she's like, oh, you're the new guy, and Kristen's like, well, let's see how you do. What am I drinking? And I was like, rum and Coke. She's like, you're right. I want another one, but Diet Coke. And I was like, all right. And then she was like, please don't give her Diet Coke. And I said, no, I got this. I went downstairs. I got a water. I got in a tall glass. I was like, give me a tall glass with Diet, because I used to bartend. I was like, give me a tall glass with just Diet Coke. We're trying to trick her into thinking that she's still drinking. So I was like, all right, I got this rum and Diet Coke, but you got to drink this water first. She goes, all right, I see what you did. Chugs the water, then I gave it to her. She's like, this is the best drink of the whole night. You got to go on, Kristian. You got to go on.
It's the best because let me tell you, I'm sure this is with a lot of people, but Jews hate being told to stop drinking. We like fucking hate it.
Black people.
We have to be tricked. We have to be tricked. Like if somebody says to sober up or whatever, you double down every time. So like you have, if someone's fucked up, you gotta trick them. Alex's answer: get more fucked up with them. Party.
Oh, and Winston, our fusion name, when our black ass powers combined, we become Rotron.
Yo!
That's good.
And all form the head.
Is that when you do the dance or put on the earrings?
Into everything that just happened. All right, we did earn another one, so I will ask you now. We are 50 away from the next one, so get that in. Get in those Schmoebots. Support the Jews. Some Jews out there watching this right now, like, we just took her Jew card away. It's too much. All right, this is a really tough one. Really tough one, because you guys might not have ever heard of this. But let's go for everybody now. You're supposed to bring the bar mitzvah kid a gift. If it is money, it should be in an increment of what?
I actually knew this at one point.
If it is money, if your gift is money, it has to be in an increment of what? Let me know in the chat if any of you guys know at home. And if you do this, then you it's like you're not green. People are like, okay, they know. So I'm helping you all out for your future, all your future bar mitzvah endeavors. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2. Malcolm?
15.
What did he say?
I said 15.
Okay, 15. Winston?
50.
David?
20.
Alex?
But 13 for the age.
So the answer is 18.
Oh.
It's 18 translates to high, and you're supposed to give high, which is life amount. So like 18, 36, anything that's an increment of 18. It's a really fucking weird thing. But even if you're like a family member and you're giving 100 and something, it's whatever the increment of 18 is. Bizarre. Just a weird one. Ooh, somebody guessed it. Morning Glory guessed it in the chat. Morning Glory, you get a point. Is Morning Glory a boner?
Yeah.
Could be.
Oh. All right, just checking. I was gonna Google it, but I don't
think
have
it's
the
a
Express
flower,
VPN
but
phone yet. So.
What's the story? Morning Glory. What's the tale? Nightingale. Did you hear about Hugo and Kim?
Did they
really get pinned?
Did
she kiss him and cry? Did he pin the pin on? Or was he too shy?
Wow. That was, I mean, first of all, Winston, that was your whitest moment ever. And that was our friendship moment.
We just fused.
Yeah.
We just fused in a non-sex life TV show way.
Mhm. Totally. What was it called? Coital what?
Coital alignment.
Coital alignment. Who the fuck knew? All right, getting that Schmoebot money so we can ask another question. That was maybe my hardest one on the list, but I do have some other ones that might stump them. We will see. Alex, in the meantime, entertainment.
Yes. Speaking of coital alignment,
Yeah.
the Paddington franchise. The third Paddington movie will start shooting in the second quarter of 2022.
Let him have it.
Roxy, are you excited for this movie? This was just announced. Are you excited for Paddington 3 to come out?
Alex,
What's your
just
take on the villain?
that I'm going to talk before you talk on this. Like you are Paddington. So what do you just tell us? It's good. It's bad. What is this?
Hold on. Let me go see if he's ready to talk real quick. You give me 1 second.
All right. Well, we can wait. In the meantime, I don't even know if I saw these movies. I think it might.
Roxy.
It's the bear, right?
Yes, it's adorable.
Y'all remember Corduroy Bear?
Yeah.
Sorta.
I remember Little Bear.
Oh, yeah. I liked Corduroy Bear. I like Berenstein Bear too. But they had a No Girls Allowed club. So just while I'm vamping for Alex to come back on, I could just keep naming bears. I like the Charmin Bear. He wipes his ass really well.
Little Bear.
Yogi Bear. Yeah, I like
I like Brother Bear.
Brother Bear. Listen, there's a lot of bears out there.
Bear in the Big Blue House.
Good one. A solid one as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wasn't ready.
are you getting ready for your new movie, Paddington?
Yes, Roxy, I'm getting ready. I'm getting very strong. I'm getting such bear strength. Oh, yes. Working out for it so I can have a nice bear body. My name is Paddington.
Paddington, that oh yes was a little sexual for you, Paddington.
Oh, yes.
It's gonna be
I like to get down and dirty.
Is it gonna be what is the rating on this movie, Paddington?
I'm hoping it'll be a hard R because I'm going full peen in here. Working on my abs as well.
Oh,
Holy
wow.
Doing some push-ups.
Really good, Paddington. Really good. How do you feel that your movie's coming out? You got a third one. It's a trilogy.
I'm very happy. All my friends will be back together and I can show off my new body, my new sexy body.
Sneak preview, Paddington?
At a later date. After more.
For $1,000, y'all.
I had quite a meal last night.
Oh, okay. Wow. Wow, I thought you were doing great.
I'm ready.
Malcolm is yawning, the biggest yawn I've ever seen him fucking yawn. He put his hand up really big. He's over it. Malcolm's over the fucking bit. When Malcolm's over it, we're all
bear it.
grin and bear it?
He couldn't bear it.
Oh. Woo! Wait, let me ask you this, David. Are you now driving because the background was moving, or maybe
No, I'm in a parking lot, so other cars are going past me, but I am safe and not driving.
I'm impressed
For
with how well
$1,000.
your internet is in the car. Wow,
What?
your internet in your car, it's just like really held up.
That literally was the issue when I couldn't get on right away. I'm literally driving in the parking lot, holding my phone like bars, and I parked right where I got bars.
Damn.
Here we are.
Paddington, did you tap yourself out? Oh no, he's still going.
I'm doing bicycle crunches.
Dang.
So talk me through, Winston, what's going on in your head right now, because you don't seem happy.
I mean, I'm now just imagine that little Paddington bear with full peen. That's why I'm trying to just like I haven't left that part of the conversation. The rest of y'all are just on off to whatever the fuck the rest of this interview is. We're just gonna walk past that like we didn't just hear it.
Well, I kind of don't think Paddington has peen.
Do you want to see it?
$1,000.
Oh.
Single donation.
I feel like Paddington does like the Barbie thing, where there's just like nothing, you know? Y'all ever play with Barbie and Ken? They've got.
We
Nothing?
talked about this yesterday.
Yeah, we did learn they have nipples. That's what Alex told me.
Why did you guys talk about this yesterday?
Why did we talk about this yesterday?
Yeah,
That's a good question.
Let's not kink shame anyone, all right? You know, whatever they're into, you know, have that conversation, guys. Good times.
That's true, but like a lot of people learn about their own anatomy from Barbie, and they look down and they're like, "Why is there a slit in mine?" These are the valuable moments here on SEN Live. If you want to keep this show going, make sure you support us in the Schmoebot, like the video, tell your friends, subscribe to this new channel. Like I already told you guys, also, we are now on podcasts. Go follow that new podcast stream. It's in the link in the description. Get in all that love and support. We really appreciate you. I guess Paddington has left the building. He was fucking over it. So, wow, Alex, welcome back. You missed
Hey.
Paddington.
Oh, again.
Again.
Well, he's over there. He lives outside, so I
Yeah.
can hang out with him whenever I want.
We are $50 away from hitting our next How Do You Jew question, aka who's coming to the bar mitzvah. At this point, Winston is in first place with 4 points. David is in second place with 3 points. Alex is in third place with 2 points. Malcolm's not on the fucking board because he didn't bring pen and paper. Malcolm. Alex, what else? Tell me more about the world of entertainment.
Do you know what Paddington 3 is coming out?
Didn't we just talk about this? What?
I think he was making it. I think he was doing a joke.
Oh.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, Winston, do you think Iron Man will come back to the MCU? What's going on?
Do I think who's going to the MCU? I couldn't hear you for a second. You cut
No.
out.
He said Iron Man was doing another joke, and
He's
it
committed to the bit.
Yeah.
Committed to the bit. That's what's going on right now.
Boo. No, boo. And a double boo.
Not throwing away his shot.
That's tough. That's tough because Alex, like, I will say one of your best qualities is that no matter how hard I rip you, you still keep committing. And it's so good. That is one of the best things about you. But it sucks when you have to say it twice because of the internet or whatever. And
Yeah.
Winston's not helping you out right now. And I actually am loving that. I'm loving that for us. So anyway, maybe you can
Savage.
move forward. Yeah,
I'm a savage. Okay. Classy, bougie, nasty. Okay.
acting stupid.
Stupid. What's happening? Okay. If you ain't got to you put jeans on, then you can feel my pain.
Gang, 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 gang.
Gang, 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 gang.
Sometimes I think it's too much, and then I remember it's never enough. Never enough. Alex.
Yes.
Are you gonna help or no?
Do you want to go to Streamlabs? I can go to Streamlabs.
Then yeah.
All right, let's do it. First one from Kristian Hardesty.
Woo.
Doesn't donates and doesn't say anything. So thank you, Kristian, for all your donations today. We
You're
really
welcome,
appreciate
Jim.
you.
You my boy, Blue.
Leonard Kim says, "Hey, SEN crew, I hope you're all doing well. Whether it's Iron Man, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, or anyone else, I'd be open to their returns as long as it's logical to the overall plot. If we see these characters return, there better be a legitimate reason."
I think there will be. I don't think it will just be like a surface level cameo. I think there'd be a reason why. Although I don't actually care if there is a reason. I just want to see him.
All right. Dr. Muid Walsh says, R.I.P. Richard Donner. Superman the movie will never not be one of the best superhero movies because of the acting, music, and storytelling combining to make movie magic. You will believe a man can fly. Joining Christopher Reeves and Margot Kidder flying above us. Thank you.
Yeah, be true. I didn't believe he could fly looking back, but at the time I believed that they believed that word. Alex, my also favorite part is the dead air after I speak, and then like we just wait for the next one. And I think it's doing really well for the energy of the show right now.
Frank says, "Thanks for the shout out, Roxy. I'm also Jewish. It's also worth checking out the Donner cut of Superman 2. I know some people prefer the original, but I love this cut of the film. When you compare the two, there is more action and emotion to it."
Agreed.
Love that, Frank. I don't know many Jewish Franks except for our kosher dogs. So that's cool. Yeah. Thank you, David. I appreciate you. Nobody else has helped me.
I got you, girl.
Alex.
Haskell 420 says, hi, all. Winston, sorry about the car. 2 years ago, I got my inspection and all's good. 7 weeks later, the CPU warning light and SUV's frame sensor flashes. Bring it in, the CPU had a short and 3 of 4 axles were shot. 4 Gs. Roxy BB23 Wednesday night. Please do an after show.
Oh my God, do I fucking know it. Are any of you guys going to watch Big Brother this season?
It's just I could never get into it. It's like I know The Bachelor has its set of issues, but Big Brother is so white.
Well, here's what I will tell you, Winston. For the first time ever, CBS promised to add 50% people of color, and there are 50% people of color on the show for this season. So it doesn't mean that it's going to be good. Also, I like that they have said we are going to have 50%, half, no more, half. Like fucking ridiculous. But at least it's not like one fucking black person out of the 16-person cast again.
And that's the whole reason I even got into Bachelor is because it was when they announced Rachel Lindsay was going to be the first black lead of either The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. I watched the season that she was a regular contestant, and then I started watching from there. This might be an opportunity for the same thing to be like, oh, half the people are black. All right, let me give this a shot and see if I become addicted to it from there. So we'll see.
I'm with you because actually the best way for us to speak is with our views. And so for companies to be able to say like, well, the reason that we don't have more people of color is because the ratings go down, so they can suck our dicks, because let's make it so the ratings don't go down but go up, because that doesn't make any fucking sense. Your logic is ass backwards. You made your ass companies. That's how I feel. Big Brother last season, they had to make a change because Big Brother last season was like the most racist show I've ever seen. I kept coming on here and telling you guys it was so fucked up. I mean, it was so fucked up to watch. It was not fun. And for the first time, I was like, I cannot with this show. Like, you guys are so fucking white. So I think that they were like, we're going to lose everybody if we don't make a major change. So hopefully the season is more entertaining and interesting, because it's not fun to watch people just like be tool bags. That's not fun. But I am excited.
Gonna make a change for once in my life.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Good.
Gonna make a difference.
Oh, you don't know he can sing.
Make it right.
This motherfucker can sing.
Yeah, when did we learn that?
Oh, he was on another show and we got him to do a donation and he sang a Powerline song from the Goofy movie and everybody was like, what the fuck? So, yeah, he got pipes.
So I do think at this point right now, we are 50 away from the next question. Maybe at 400, David, can we pimp you out and make you sing something?
I did something strange for change. Let's go.
Yes. Yes. So get 50 more for our next Jew question, 150 more to hear the sweet, sweet pipes of David Moore. Damn. I was like kind of like, whoa, wait, he's going. I don't want to stop him right now. That was good. That was good. Really good. Alex, what else is going on?
Garth Hartness McMurray says, the Paddington movies are awesome, especially Paddington 2. Yes, they are. You need to watch them, Roxy. I'm all in on the R-rated Paddington 3. He loves marmalade, so how about him hooking up with the Lady Marmalade ladies? Christina Aguilera, Maya, Pink, and Lil' Kim.
I'll say it once, I'll say it twice, I'll say it a million times. Where the fuck is Maya? Where the fuck has Maya been?
Kitchy, kitchy, ya, da, da.
I don't.
Her IG is popping though. Her IG is popping. He's still fine as all get up.
Yeah,
hold on, wait a minute. Instagram.
Where has she been?
I think it's like Maya Planet or something like that.
What happened? Like, I feel like everybody was on the trajectory to blow the fuck up, and Maya was so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
She had her day in the sun for sure. I know that not all careers end up going the direction that we necessarily hope, because she did have some bangers out there back in the day, man. Like Maya.
Bangers, but we say day in the sun like she's old. She's not. She's young.
No. I understand that, but I mean, like in the same way that like what happened to Ashanti. You know what I'm saying? Like there's plenty of people that like had that moment where like they were on everybody's mind and it just never fully like got back there.
I gotta tell you, Ashanti has like horny music. Like Ashanti's voice is like, oof. Oh, Alex couldn't be
And
there.
like, and we all know Black don't crack. If you see her Instagram now too, oh man, good times.
Steve, what is your follow? Like, what kind of, you just follow a lot of just hotties? Is that what your Instagram game is?
See, this is for the culture. You see,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
for the culture to keep people relevant. You see, that's all I'm doing. Just giving back to the community. That's
Like,
all.
I can't believe that
with a like.
you so quickly pulled both Maya and Ashanti's Instagram habits. Like, who knew?
Again,
Yeah,
for the
for the
culture.
culture. For the culture.
For the culture, I get it.
One might say that
I see why you followed this first account.
Yeah. Some might say that you actually don't support Black women if you don't follow both of these women. So, I mean, like, that's what you're saying.
Keep them relevant, keep them trending, give them all the likes. Let's go.
Really fucking important. And make sure that you support this show because it's for the Jews. And
for the Jews.
It's for the Jews. Every time I say anything about the Jews, I think of Ali G. Throw the Jews down the well, and then I listen to that, and I'm like, you can't just casually be singing that, Rox. Like, you can't.
Dude, Ashanti is thicker than a Snicker. Holy shit!
Wait,
holy shit!
What's her handle?
Just Ashanti. Yeah.
She has gotten better. I like her better now than back in the day.
Hold on,
dude. What was my favorite meme of all time? Girl, you thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
Wow. Ashanti is fucking fire.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Y'all thought I was being funny before, but see now y'all see. Now y'all hit that follow.
My lord.
Ashanti has 6 million followers.
See?
She's not always there when you call, but she's always on time, Roxy.
I gave you my all. Now, baby, be mine.
It's murder.
Live it up.
What is Maya's handle?
Maya
like
Planet 09 or Maya Planet 9.
Maya Planet. Yeah, she's doing good things too. Yeah, we're there. We're there with all of them. All right, that's so not what the show is about, but it's a sidetrack.
It is now.
Sometimes you need a little snack. We are all a bit hungry.
Yeah.
Well done.
That's just the truth. I've been alone for a really long time. All right, we continue.
Oh, my heart.
Be still. Alex, keep going, my friend.
I thought you were going to say, Alex, how long have you been lonely for?
I'm with you.
Yeah. I have some cool news here. YouTuber Chris Stuckman, friend of the show, was hired to write and direct the mystery horror movie Shelby Oaks about a group of missing paranormal investigators. This seems like a pretty cool story. Great to see friend of the show, Chris Stuckman, get this job. Roxy, what do you think? Have you met him? Are you excited to see his first directorial work? And tell me about that.
Yeah, when we had the Screen Junkies Plus announcement, Chris and I were working together when all that was happening. So I've met him a bunch of times. He's really good at his job. And I always like when, I don't know if he would refer to himself as a critic, but I would refer to him as a critic because, you know, he dissects all different movies. His YouTube channel is massive. He's one of the first YouTuber reviewers that we had. And I always like when people who critique end up making their own art, because I think that it's important not to just talk about other people's art or poke holes in other people's art or elevate other people's, but to actually speak your own truth and have your own art. And so I'm interested to see what that looks like. David, how are you feeling about this?
Oh, I'm hyped for this because literally, like, so my YouTube channel is the same, like similar to his, where I review movies.
Plug it.
Real cool dude, what's up? Holla.
Yeah.
REL, cool dude. What's good? Real cool people. Let's go. So it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I gotta catch up on it. But he was one of the people. Him and like Double Toasted. I would watch them all the time, and I was like, I want to do that. And but likewise, my goal is to direct. And like I have my first short is out. I'm working on my second, shooting in a couple days. So like to see that it happened to someone in the same kind of trajectory as me is like awesome. Like that, I'm here for it.
How about you, Winston? Did I forget? Did you ever work with Stuckman? No. What do you think about this?
I don't really know anything about him, so I don't know if I have a uniform situation. But anytime people are having a come up, I'm here for that. So like if they're good people, I'm here for them to have come up. So there you go.
Alex, do you have thoughts on this?
I never met the guy, but I've heard only good things about him. So, and I know he was part of the Schmoedown for a bit as well. So, happy to see him come up. Yes, definitely. And I think let's see, a few like Francois Truffaut was also a critic who turned into a filmmaker. Who else? I think Peter Bogdanovich as well. So, hey, maybe he could join the greats. Who knows? I'm glad he's getting a chance. So, it's cool that they're looking into the YouTube community, maybe. So there you go, Dave.
What else is going on, Alex?
Let's see.
The fact that we're not getting any Schmoebots. What else is going on?
Ryan Payne donated $25. I'm still not over the Pinot MG Paddington. I guess we now know why the hard stare is so uncomfortable. Hide your kids, hide your wife, cause Paddington's looking to spread his marmalade all over your biscuits.
That. Fucking unreal. Obsessed with that comment. Obsessed with you, Ryan. You're awesome, and thank you for that. We are $20 away from our next How Do You Jew question. I will tell you guys this. We are $220 away from our goal. And we have 15 minutes left in the show. Get in that support, y'all. How you feel about the Jews? Show me with your money. Alex, I'm still with you. Oh, you're sending hearts?
Sending hearts. To you, to Winston, to Dave, to everybody watching, to Malcolm especially.
Malcolm, do you have favorites?
How do you mean?
I mean exactly what it sounds like.
Like favorite people on the show? Favorite hosts? Or
Yep.
No, of course not. How could I?
Winston, who do you think's his favorite?
Steph.
Yeah, me too.
Why do you say that?
Love. I don't know. Yeah, she's easy to love.
It's pretty easy.
Look at him, he's getting red. Look at him, he's getting red.
It's the lighting, I swear. A cloud came by.
I watched her do an entire spit take yesterday. What the fuck happened there?
I think Brett was just saying, he just said the word genre really in a very Brett way, and it made her laugh.
She literally spit
It
out
was
her
so
whole-
funny.
that was kind of incredible. Thank you to everybody who clips out those things so that I can see them and be part of the show. Appreciate y'all. All right, send in that support. We need it. We mean it. Thanks, friends. Alex, what else is going on?
I'm looking right now. Let's see. We got Roland Emmerich. He's talking. He wants a third film in the Independence Day franchise. It just celebrated its 25th anniversary. The first movie did, and obviously the
Carl
second one came out
donated
5 years ago.
$20. Here's a little guilt to help towards the next question. Roxy, did your parents make you read from the Torah at your bat mitzvah? Luckily mine was not traditional, so I didn't have to suffer through classes. You should make the next game about Passover.
Y'all, Passover gets fucking funky. Alex, who was that from?
That was from Carol.
Carol, much appreciated, my friend. I actually was going to ask them a question about the Torah, but I was going to ask them what is the Hebrew Bible called, but you said the Torah, so I won't have to say the Torah. Did I have to read from the Torah? Yeah, I had a Torah portion. I still know the entire thing because I don't read Hebrew, so I had to memorize it. You guys want to hear a little bit? Vayomer Moshe bezot tidun kiranai shalachani laso ekol hamasim ha'elev kimo milibi im kamo. It's 10 minutes long. All right, so yeah, I did.
I was grooving.
Yeah, They're kind of cool. I remember like really trying. Like when you have a Torah portion and you don't want to sound like shit, I remember being like, practice this. I was seeing my rabbi twice a week and my Hebrew tutor twice a week. It was fucking intense. You have to really train for your bat mitzvah. It's hard. All right, asking this next question because we just earned it. Thank you to Carol and everybody else who loves the Jews. Here we go. Okay, what is a Jewish star called? Jewish star is that star that's got 6 points on it. What is a Jewish star called? Thank you to Peaceful Guys. Good job, Roxy. Teaching people about the Jews one game at a time. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. David, starting with you.
Star of David?
Alex, going to you.
Star of David.
Malcolm?
Yeah, it's the Star of David.
I don't think he knew that. Winston?
Star of David Moore.
Yeah. Y'all, you guys all got that. I didn't think you would. Not that I didn't think you would, but I didn't know that everybody knew that. Isn't it weird when you're a part of something to have no idea what's common knowledge and what is your upbringing? Like, just there's so many things that I'll say and that and somebody will be like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's not something people know." So
it's crazy because like it goes across like a bunch of different, I guess, like belief systems and whatnot. Because I grew up in a very conservative, like Christian household, and like we all knew like that's the Star of David. That's what we called it. Like it's So
where are you from, David?
I survived Florida and made it out. And so yeah.
Are you still very conservative Christian?
No, I am still very spiritually minded, but not so much uber conservative. Sorry, Mom.
Am I allowed to ask those questions on air? I get so curious about people's upbringing and how it affects their like current day.
Yeah.
Whatever. Just curious. Thanks for answering that for me, David.
No problem.
I like getting to know you.
Black, if you didn't know, black also.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now I get it. What? I don't know. Thanks for clarifying. Okay. We have $50. $50 to go to get to the next question. We have a $200 to go to get to our goal. It's really something, guys. We appreciate it. Oh, and we have 100 to get to David singing. Fuck, I want that. Maybe we'll make him sing the Hanukkah song.
Got excited with that. That was very intense, Roxy. I appreciate that.
I really, really did. Alex, let us know. Do we have more, whatever those things are that come through and or things that we need to talk about?
We didn't have any more Streamlabs come in, but before our gracious Schmoebots from Brian Payne and Carol came in, I was going to ask you, do you want a third Independence Day movie or a series? Roland Emmerich did say maybe a streaming service would be a great place to release it as well. What do you think of the first 2 movies, and do you want a third one?
Both Winston and David seem like very adamant about no on this. So what did we call you guys? Brotron? Brotron, explain to me why.
Well, the first one is a masterpiece. It is a work of art. It is something that should live in infamy throughout the rest of all the ages in cinema. It is something that you have to watch every 4th of July because it's literally called Independence Day. It has one of the best speeches given by some of the best one-liners and one of the best speeches given by a president in film. The second one, upset. So if they do a third, I feel that it will fall to the same fate as the second one. And ain't nobody got time for that. So let's let the first one be what it is. And much like Indiana Jones 4, we're not going to talk about the second Independence Day. And let it be what it is. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
It was almost as good as the Independence Day speech. Winston, what do you think?
I mean, the other half of my Brotron here, like, kind of hit the nail on the head. You're talking about one of the greatest blockbuster movies to ever grace us during a summer, and then comparing it to that trash that was the follow-up, God knows how many years later. So 20 years later. So I would just hope that we let this just die, like let the OG be the legend that it is. And there's a reason why we did a Rush Hour 3 and then we just never came back to this. You know what I'm saying? So same thing here.
Alex, what do you think?
I've only seen the first one, haven't seen the second because of its reputation. If they do this, I hope Roland out. I hope someone else takes over the franchise, just because I'm looking at his filmography, not very well received movies. So his last movie was Midway, and that kind of doesn't really exist. I don't know anybody who's really watched that movie, but hopefully everybody. Who knows? But
wait, this is the dumbest fucking comment I've ever made in my entire fucking life. Just remember, I'm exhausted. I don't sleep anymore, and I'm depressed. Is Midway the war movie? Because I think I saw it.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
World War II.
Yeah. Okay.
I did see it.
Because it's about Midway.
Yeah.
I was really nervous that was going to be a really dumb comment, and now I just shouldn't have asked. Yeah, I saw this movie. I think it was okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but Alex, you didn't like it?
No, I'm just wondering. Like, I haven't heard anything about it. But I guess if you thought it was okay, maybe I'll check it out. Maybe it is worth him doing another one of these movies. Who knows?
You know what I'll give him though? There is a sequence in the second Independence Day that I did like, just because it felt like a modernization of like 1950s sci-fi horror. Is the queen on the white sand, like at that desert attack. Like for those who hasn't seen it, spoiler alert, the queen from like the mothership like ends up on Earth. I forget how. But like she's on like the white sands desert or whatever, and these tanks and trucks and things are trying to stop her as she's running, and something about it feels very like, the day the earth stood still type, like, sci-fi horror type, just the imagery of it all. The rest of the movie, no, but I definitely dug that sequence though. I'll give it that.
I actually really love what you just did there, David, because I think that oftentimes we look at why movies don't work, and it is important to acknowledge the moments that do work, even in movies that don't work for us, because as David, you've talked about being a filmmaker yourself, like imagine how much it must suck to spend so many months of your life on something and legit care about it. And even if there is like an incredible moment, but like the whole thing just doesn't work, nobody's talking about the shit that works. And everybody's just always talking about the shit that doesn't. So I do like giving flowers to a movie that might not deserve the whole bouquet, but a couple of roses here and there, it does matter. So I don't know. A third one here, I don't have as visceral a reaction as you guys do. I know sometimes third movies can work. Like, this is the example everybody goes to, but like Thor, sometimes something just fucking works out of nowhere. And like the third movie is the thing that, so even though yes to the first, not so much to the second, maybe the third one's the thing we need. I don't know if I believe that, but
I feel like time is a big factor with it too.
Yeah.
Time, but you know what else was a good third that I think, honestly, I feel like this whole series actually got better with the sequels? How to Train Your Fucking Dragon.
Whoa, your fucking dragon? That sounds dangerous.
That's a category on a website that, we'll talk about later. But no, How to Train Your Dragon.
A lot of love for dragons in this episode. I talked about dragon tails. We're talking about fucking your dragon.
Dracarys, let's go.
Bro.
I want you guys to answer this honestly, and I mean it honestly. You guys can't lie. For the next 2 minutes, you cannot tell a lie. If dragons were able to give consent, would you fuck one of them?
I mean, are we talking about like in Rick and Morty where it's like a soul bond type fucking where you're not actually fucking, but like you're experiencing? Then maybe, I guess. But no, I'm not trying to climb up on a dragon's ass and like hold on for dear life. That sounds stressful.
And like, are we talking like Smaug, or are we talking like the Aquafina Raya dragon? Like, what kind of dragon are we talking
Aquafina
about?
Raya dragon. Aquafina Raya dragon. What? I answered it, and then you didn't. Then you went silent, David. What happened to not leaving me hanging?
Because he was hoping you weren't gonna actually say that, so he didn't have to answer the question.
but I did.
No.
All right.
What? No.
I gotta
wouldn't.
tell you guys, I think I would
What?
fuck a dragon. Because like imagine being able to tell people you fucked a dragon.
I think it's just like you said, you've been alone for a long time, Roxy. Your mind went to a place that you would fuck a dragon.
Honestly, at this point, the spikes on his back seem nice, so let's just fuck
Hey.
him.
There you go. That's the party.
What it is what it is. We have
the
4 more
desolation of
minutes.
Striar.
Yeah, straight up. we have 4 more minutes. We need $100 more to hear David sing. It's like you guys don't care about me at all. $50 more to get to this next
Manuel
question.
Navarro donated $100.
Oh.
So it's almost like you do care about me.
Now you got to do 4 questions in 3 minutes. You better hurry your ass up.
Why 4 questions?
Oh, sorry. It's every $50. 2 questions.
I'll do 1 question, and then that will be the deciding factor, and then David will sing. David, you know what song you're gonna give us?
Yes, I do.
Wow, damn, he was on top of it. Okay, this is kind of for the win, but also not really. It's for the tie. Let's see. All right. Oh, this is a tough one. This is a really tough one. Name 1 rule of keeping kosher.
What if I name multiple?
Nope. 1 rule. It's like Schmoedown rules. You can't say all the things because then if you get some of them wrong, I don't know what to do. There's a lot of rules. I certainly don't know all of them, but my dad did grow up kosher. A lot of my friends did too. All right. In 5, 4, 3. Oh, by the way, Manuel Navarro, you fucking rock. Thank you for being my savior. 10 out of 10 days. You are incredible. 1, pens down, shoes up. What? All right, Alex. Find any?
Not eating pigs.
It's an interesting way of phrasing pork, but yep, okay. And Malcolm?
No working on the Sabbath.
That part of being kosher? I think it's just Jewish. Winston?
No unclean meat, so pork or shellfish.
Yep. David?
Okay, see, I misunderstood because I was watching something like where I was watching someone like they were making a brisket and they needed it to be like considered kosher.
Yeah.
And like part of that process was it had to be like blessed by a rabbi.
That's right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's right. That's part of it. I don't think Malcolm's is part of kosher.
Kosher specifically, I thought was referring to like imbibing food and drink, not like.
Yeah.
Living, but that is a part of
being Jewish and being conservative.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I think you guys are right.
Yeah. So Alex, David, and Winston, you all get a point here, which means officially that all you guys can come to the bar mitzvah, but the guest of honor is Winston with the most. He's invited to the bar mitzvah.
Let's go.
Certainly will be doing part 2 of this at some point, so I'll do it for the Jews in the future. But now, without further ado, before we get out of here, the sweet, supple sounds of the one and only David Moore.
Got myself a notion. For one, I know that you'll understand to set the world in motion by reaching out for each other's hand. Maybe we'll discover what we should have known all along. Yeah. One way or another, together's where we both belong. If we listen to each other's heart, we're never too far apart. And maybe love is the reason why, for the first time ever, we're seeing it eye to eye.
Well, we're definitely not topping that.
Spitting.
Definitely not topping that. So let's get the fuck out of here. David Moore, everybody. Thank you guys for joining us on SEN Live today. I appreciate all of the Jew love and honestly, the lack of Jew hate, which is the most important part. As I always tell you guys, don't trend with the Holocaust. It's not ideal. Yep, trend away from the Holocaust. It's very essential. If y'all don't watch my show, you probably didn't get that, but it means what it means. So thanks everybody for joining. Everyone's invited to the bar mitzvah. On behalf of Alex Marzoña, Malcolm, whatever the fuck his name is, Winston Marshall, David Moore, and myself, have a happy Tuesday, and we'll see you tomorrow for SEN Live. Peace out, mother Fs.